I'm here today with Chris Koch, Deputy CFO at Freelancer. Chris, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dave.
Can you give us a little bit of an overview or an understanding of the business model that is Freelancer?
Sure. It's the world's largest freelancing and outsourcing marketplace. We have 17 million users. We've had more than 8 million projects posted, representing just over $4 billion Australian of value. Anything you want to get done, you can get done. Design my logo, build my website, data entry, write a speech, format a presentation, right through to really complex categories. We've had astrophysics, computational fluid dynamics, really, PhD holding, master's degree holding. The spectrum is enormous. Literally anything that you want to get done that you think someone else can do for you. Great example is NASA. Literally the Space Administration guys approached us a couple of months ago and have posted a range of contests to crowdsource things for astronauts on the International Space Station. So sometimes people, think, can I get my head around someone who might be in Manila helping me with my accounts payable and helping me do that analysis or prepare invoice, all of this kind of stuff. And then look at this example of NASA using it to crowdsource things. They used it at the start to crowdsource CAD modelling, computer-aided design modelling of components on the International Space Station, to use those CAD models to give to a robotic astronaut to manipulate things. So really high-end, just exceptionally high quality, very, very demanding work.
And the growth, take aside share price growth, but the actual growth of the business has been phenomenal since listing.
Yeah, absolutely. So the business has been growing in the sort of 40% range on all the metrics year on year. It's actually the 5-year CAGR on the business is close to 60%. It's had exceptional growth in the volumes of projects and contests posted, exceptional growth in users, and in our net revenues and gross volumes as well. It's been a really exciting time. The business has this critical mass and liquidity. The depth of liquidity can't be underestimated. We have 3 million bids on projects in a month, 300,000 entries on contests in a month. So the ability for you to post something, even something obscure, something that requires some special skills, with such a vast number of market participants, you can get that person. If you need a Polish-speaking healthcare app developer who can write in Android and iOS to work on a project for you, you can probably find that guy, find a few of them. So that depth of liquidity is really what is making it such a valuable tool and such a incredibly helpful and useful marketplace.
It's fair to say that it's a true example of how the internet connects people.
Yeah, absolutely. So the majority, we publish a 3D map on our website, which goes history from right back to the early 2000s through to today, of how the marketplace has evolved. And it basically has pink dots, lines where work is posted, and blue dots where it's fulfilled. And unsurprisingly, you see a lot of work posted from high opportunity costs, kind of expensive, high labour friction countries. Australia, US, UK, places where it can be quite expensive to get things done. Websites are a great example. If you want a website done by someone in Sydney, you can pay $5,000 or $10,000 to do it. Whereas if you put that on our platform, it's entirely possible that someone who is very highly skilled, speaks your language, speaks English, is very well credentialed in India, Philippines, Bangladesh, Pakistan, somewhere else, Eastern Europe, can do that work for you for $200, not several thousand.
And on the investor side, how does the business make money, and how are some of those metrics being measured now?
Sure. So we have a take rate. If you divide our net revenues into gross volumes of about 26%, that's made up roughly half commission and half non-commission. So we charge employers 3% of the value of a project. We charge freelancers 10%. And then we make almost another 13% again in memberships, fees to perhaps have your project at the top of the list, have your bid at the top of the list. You might select the option where you pay one of the people in our recruiter team to find a preferred freelancer for you and guarantee the work and help you do things like that. So we basically make money on the flow of business, which is great, because every new member, every new user, every new project and contest that's posted, we have a take rate of the value of that project. And it's a relatively small impost on both market participants. For employers, it's 3%. That's the cost of using a PayPal or a credit card or paying money to someone. There's no marginal cost to you above what it would cost to pay someone in the first place. For a freelancer, a 10% commission on the ability to perhaps take your wage from $10 a day to $10 an hour is the marketplace functions very well. We're seeing exceptional growth in our users and projects and contests posted. That's kind of linear to our revenue. So it's really exciting for us. We have projects of wildly different sizes. You can post a $10 or $20 job. You can post a $100,000, $200,000 job. and we see all sorts of things fulfilled. It's a really exciting time. That trend, we just put out a quarterly last week or the week before, which was again showing 42% PCP growth in our customer receipts quarter on quarter. So the P&L is looking really good.
Thanks for your time.